What's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to my Cyber Dragon RUNICK deck profile. Very interesting deck. All we're really missing in the TCG is this beautiful card right here, Clockwork Knight. This card is like DNA Surgery, but as a continuous spell, so you don't have to like waste one turn of, setting it and then waiting until your next turn, and then flipping it and then contact fusing. So I think you can already imagine that Clockwork Knight with Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon allows you to break pretty much every board out there, and even in the graveyard it has a really fantastic effect of being able to banish itself and then discard one card to search any Earth Machine monster from your deck to your hand. And what is Earth Machine? Regulus just happens to be Earth Machine, and this card also has fantastic synergy in Cyber Dragon. So when you combine all these really amazing cards with a Runic engine that is just like inherently very good because you draw a bunch of cards, you can control the tempo of the game very well with, all their versatile effects, and the fountain just being insane, definitely makes for a very scary Cyber Dragon version. So that's it for the introduction. Before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram. If this video can get to 1,000 likes, I will be making a live stream on this deck. Now let's get right into it. So I'm playing one Regulus for the reason that I just explained. I think there is no reason to play the Therion Field spell because this card can somewhat easily be searched with the Clockwork Knight because it's always going to bait a negate. Otherwise, you're just going to be going Contact Fuse anyways. So it's very easy to get this card in the grave basically every single time you activate it. It's really no reason to play more. One Cyber Dragon, this card is very bricky. I really don't have to explain why I want to play only one. As this is also how I top the YCS, by the way. I didn't play 3 or 2 or 4 or whatever. Anyways, Double Galaxy Soldier. I don't really like this card too much, but in this version, since you're drawing cards, it's alright. And you're also playing Triple Hertz because you can discard it off of the Hugin. So the best way to like maximize or capitalize off of this card would be to play either a Galaxy Soldier or Forbidden Droplet, maybe. Anyways, Triple Core, no shit. It's the best card, literally. And then Cyber Dragon next turn can revive back Infinity, Nova, or Cyber Dragon. And then Triple Hertz, Triple Emergency, and then one Repair Plant. I mean, this is also very standard. No reason to play multiple Repair Plant because it's not an engine starter. You can't use it unless you have a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard very specifically. Doesn't really get you anything started usually. It's just like a card that searches Galaxy Soldier. Otherwise, it's like a worse Cyber Emergency. So yeah, that's it for these cards. And now for the Runic cards, I'm playing a bunch. So 3 of every good one that doesn't really suck too much. 3 Freezing Curses, 3 Tip, 3 Flash, sorry. The Flashing Fire, yes. And then 3 Destruction. So Destruction is an MST. Destruction Fire destroys a special summon monster your opponent controls. Runic Tip searches any Runic card from your deck to your hand. And then Freezing Curses negates the effect of any monster your opponent controls. There is also the Dispel, which is not too great. Basically, if your opponent adds a card or cards from the deck to the hand, except during the draw phase, you make your opponent discard a random card from their hand. So it's like, it's alright, but it's not amazing. That's the reason why it's only at 1. And the Runic Slumber is also not too great, but what I really like about it is that you can use it to like at least trigger your fountain, even if you have like a monster in the extra monster zone. So I actually think this is really nice. It at least gets like your stuff going on your own turn. And also, you can target a monster on the field. It can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect the next time it would. And also, it can't attack that turn. So you can either protect your own monsters or prevent your opponent from like attacking over your monsters, which could actually come up in time. And you can actually go into time very like pretty much every time in this deck because you're kind of skipping a lot of battle phases because of the Runic cards, which is very unfortunate. Anyways, the cool thing about this deck is that since you're always contact fusing with your opponent's monsters, thanks to Clockwork Knight, you don't really have to worry that much about your opponent putting up a board because you're always going to break it anyways. So yeah, that's the reason why 3 Clockwork Knight is there. Cyberload Fusion, obviously, so that you can access Rampage. Then Double Fountain, so you can draw cards, obviously recycle back your Runic Quick Plays. And finally, Triple Overflows. Now, the extra deck is extremely complicated here. I have double Mega Fleet and double Fortress right now because of how much I just like Mega Fleet in the format. Although I'm definitely open to like maybe cutting 1 and then bumping Fortress to 3. I think you need 3 Fortress if you're playing 3 Clockwork Knight, so that's definitely something I will have to correct. It's just that the extra deck space is so tight because the Runic cards also take up a few slots, and you obviously have to play like some other cards like Masquerena and like Avramax or something relevant that you can summon. So that's the reason why they're there, because you can get a lot of monsters just laying around very, very fast. And what else? I mean, this guy can recycle back the field spell from the grave to the hand. and it can be destroyed by card effect, and if it gets destroyed by battle, you can destroy a card on the field, which could actually unbreak your overflow, so I like that a lot. And then the Hugin is a no-brainer. Obviously, it searches the field spell. The Rampage is summoned off of the Cyberload, I already explained that. Infinity Nova because of the Galaxy Soldiers. And then the Avramax with the IP Masquerena, Seeger to like boost the Rampage so that you can deal 12,600 damage to your opponent because you have a 4,200 attack Rampage that can attack 3 times. And then the Splight Elf as well as the Almirage so that you can get the core in the grave and use that repair plant, otherwise you will not be able to do anything with it. And now for the idea section, it's really just the exact same thing as what I had before, like in my other Cyber Dragon Trap versions. So yeah, whatever, Nibiru, Dino Wrestler, Pancratops, Mana Dragon, Zernitrion. This card is really cute, actually. If a spell or trap card you control leaves the field by opponent's card effect and is now in the graveyard or banished, you can summon this card either from the hand or grave, then you can set one of your spells or traps that is banished or in the grave to your spell and trap zone. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, like Lord of the Heavenly Prison is probably better, but I was considering that card before we got Lord of the Heavenly Prison, and if you're playing Lord, you're probably going to want to play like a lot of trap cards anyways, so maybe not in that build. Anyways, Zeus with the Downer, then Sky Cavalry Centauria, Puzzlomino if you're trying to play like Fear and stuff like that. These are just for like the rank 2 plays and Zeus, but again, the extra deck space is way too tight. Linkribo, and then Forbidden Droplet, Imperm, Evenly, Ice Dragon's Prison, Unending, Solemn Strike, just more trap cards that are pretty good. There's also Crackdown, and I don't know, am I missing something? If you're playing a pure build, you can maybe play Rivalry of Warlords because everything is a machine, outside of like the El Mirage that could actually cook you out of nowhere. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.